If you think Aquaman is a terrible superhero, prepare to be so very wrong. We open on a submarine being attacked by Atlanteans, led by the beefed up long-haired version of Aquaman. The Justice League comes to the sub's aid and end up in an argument with Aquaman.
Take the crew, but the vessel stays.
No way. That's a nuclear sub. If you think we're just going to walk away and leave it...
What makes you think you have a choice?
Whilst Green Lantern is suspicious of the Atlanteans, Superman says that if Aquaman really wants the world to listen to him, he should come to the surface and talk to them. Following Aquaman back to his home, we are introduced to his brother Orm and the head of his military, General Brack, one of whom is a treacherous snake in the grass.
They sail their weapons across our seas and pollute our oceans with their garbage. There's only one way to ensure Atlantis' safety, and my troops are prepared to take action.
Probably the General. Aquaman talks to his wife and states that all he wants is to make his home safe for his son, so he decides to speak to the world nations.
First you sink a nuclear submarine, and then you threaten us to make peace. Who gave you the right?
I am the born ruler of Atlantis.
A country we do not even recognize.
These are my final terms. Refuse them at your own risk.
And act like a humongous douche nozzle. As Aquaman is leaving, he's shot at and injured, which means it's time for Batman to prove that some of the various areas he has expertise in is medicine and marine biology.
Maintain saline at 3.5%. But how could you possibly guess that? He's a fish out of water, Doctor. Salt water.
Using Jean disguised as Aquaman, they catch out the assassin, Deadshot, though only revealing any information about his employer after having a few words with Batman.
I'll take it from here.
You can't scare me, Batman.
Let me give you one word of advice.
Okay, I'll tell.
Meanwhile, Aquaman, being a dick, leaves the surface world and heads back to Atlantis, only to find that his brother has taken over the throne in his absence.
I'll hear no more. Arrest the traitor!
You heard him.
And I can no longer tell who the bigger dick is. The League attempts to find Aquaman in Atlantis, but are instead captured and put into a tank to be drowned. Wait, the Atlanteans have a drowning tank? And they can all breathe perfectly underwater. I have so many questions, though as usual, even Bruce Timm has called this out as being a very strange thing. Mira, Aquaman's wife, appears and saves the League, whilst Aquaman finds himself in a rather tricky situation.
Well, I'm off to avenge your deaths.
Aquaman tries to get himself free and save his son, but finds that he can't. Unless, of course, he makes a severe sacrifice.
My love, you're safe.
And so is our son.
Holy crap, he cut off his own hand. Aquaman cut off his own hand. And I am wondering if that blanket started off white. Whilst Aquaman is receiving a prosthetic hand, or in this case, spear, it appears that the polar ice caps are melting. Why? Well, because Aquaman is a dick.
There may be a connection.
What do you mean?
It's the Doomsday Thermal Reactor. We designed it to create a polar meltdown.
What?
I had it built as a weapon of last resort.
It's revealed that Orm must have activated the device and intends to wipe out Earth, so Aquaman and the League set off. The League gets through the various forces of Orm and confront him, but he destroys the device's controls, leaving only one option.
No good. I'll have to go inside and manually shut it down.
Inside?
Your ring. Can it protect me?
We'll find out.
Orm and Aquaman fight, with Orm eventually hanging Mufasa style over the ledge, which goes about the same.
Please, brother, help me!
I believe this is mine.
With all the trouble that's gone on, Aquaman questions how he's acted and strives to make things better between Atlantis and the surface world. Ending the episode. Okay, so other than a few silly moments, which we'll get to, this episode is pretty awesome. Especially because it makes Aquaman go from the butt of many jokes to ultimate badass of all the seas, which will last pretty much throughout the rest of the series and beyond. And I know I've harped on about this again and again, but seriously, why does a character who will only appear for one other episode during this version of the series get a huge amount of characterization, whilst two of our main cast got absolutely nothing in their introductions? It seriously does irk me. Almost as much as the Atlanteans trying to drown people when all of their race can breathe underwater, as can apparently Jean, though the headband reducing their powers might have actually been the cause for why it was affecting him. And the reveal of the giant world flooding machine just seems too out of left field, like something that should have been built up over the 2 episodes and not just suddenly revealed halfway through the 2nd episode. Also, how quickly would that even work? Would it be a slow flow of encroaching water, or is it more akin to a dam bursting and suddenly boom, everyone's needing scuba gear? Aquaman is a great character in this, and given that he cuts off his own hand to save his son, it makes one of the many awesome moments that really does make the series as memorable as it is, and makes this episode as great as it is. So while this episode manages to work its way to a good spot on the list, those above it best watch out for the enemy below that takes up number 8.
Hey people, and thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the next one of these a full day before anybody else, you can do that by supporting me on my Patreon page. However, if you're watching this on my Patreon page, then thanks for your support.